Ned Dalton, Vincent Gianetto,
Here.
Roger Mitchell,
Here.
Gary Swingle,
Here.
Jeff Franson.
Here.
Oh, and well, I'll read it later, but one of our members resigned. I'll read the letter later into the record.
Yes.
Okay.
And do you want to sit one of the alternates
Should we
tonight?
read them?
Ned Dalton is not here.
Okay. I'll sit there with Jeff on all the stuff, so I'll sit Jeff.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
No, but if you were at the last meeting, it's better to have you continue because you are familiar.
No, okay. All right, I'm going to sit Jeff
For Ned Dalton.
Ned Dalton. Okay, do I need to read the ground rules? There's a public hearing today.
Yes, you can read that. You can ask your secretary if you want.
I got it.
Okay.
I don't usually read it anyway. Okay, I'm going to read the ground rules for the zoning board of appeals what do you call it, public hearing. The applicants or their representative will make their formal presentation to the board, stating specific hardship and precisely why this merits a variance from the zoning regulations of the town of Watertown. All comments, discussions, and observations shall be made through the chair after proper recognition by the chairman. This is necessary to ensure that only one person at a time speaks on any issue, thus making it easier for everyone to understand and for clear legal transcriptions. All persons addressing the board shall begin by first clearly stating their name and address for the record. If necessary, the person may be asked to spell his or her name for the record. Following the presentation of the application, the Zoning Board of Appeals will ask specific questions of the applicant. After the board has asked its questions of the applicant, I shall then allow any members of the public who wish to speak in favor of this application or against it to address the board. I shall then allow the applicant to respond to the comments of the members of the general public. I shall then allow any members of the general public who wish to present any additional information or clarifying discussion to do so. I shall then provide an opportunity for the applicant to respond to these additional remarks if they or their representative so wishes. The Zoning Board of Appeals has 35 days from the date the public hearing commences to complete the public hearing. The board may ask the applicant for a 35-day extension of the public hearing period if the board requires any additional information or wishes to schedule a site walk to observe the situation for themselves. The Zoning Board of Appeals has 65 days from the date when the public hearing is closed to render its decision. The board may or may not make its decision tonight at its regular meeting following the public hearing. You may stay for the regular meeting if you wish, or you may leave at the end of the public hearing and contact the zoning office for the following morning to determine the status of your application. We have a continuation of a public hearing from January 26, 2022 for application number 2022-1 of the Taft School for a 35-foot height variance for installation of 4 light poles 70 feet high for an existing athletic field at 110 Woodbury Road, Watertown, Connecticut, in an R20 residential zoning district. Is there someone here represented?
Mr. Chairman, actually, I want to explain something to you that happened. We made a mistake in the office and used the wrong section of the regulations when I did the legal notice. I used the section 12-8, which says that 35-foot height for buildings. I thought that that will cover all the structures for that zone, but unfortunately, there is another section of the regulations. It is section 33.313. which says that the height of luminaries except street lights and public right-of-ways shall be minimum height necessary to provide adequate illumination, but shall not exceed a height of 30 feet. And if we use this section of the regulations, Taft School needs a 40-foot variance. And I already explained to them, and I apologize, I have to do another legal notice, and I got a 35-day extension from the applicant to continue the public hearing for next month. And I have to do another legal notice to give the right information that they're actually asking a 40-feet variance than 35 feet. And I have to put the right section of the regulations. Okay. I didn't know that this section, to be honest, exists, but I noticed that this is there and we have to use the right section of the regulations. the one that I used for the legal notice, that was not correct.
That-
And it is not the applicant's fault, it's our fault, and I'm going to do a legal notice and correct this mistake. At the next meeting, you can just continue the public hearing, and then we will have the applicant to be here with the engineer to present the case to you.
Do all the neighbors have to be noticed again because of this?
That is something that we will put the legal notice on the town website, and I'm going to ask the town attorney to see if we have to do that or the previous notice that we sent, that is enough.
Yeah,
Because the application is the same.
Right.
The applicant is the same. The variance is the height is the same. It is 70 feet height.
Right.
The only thing that is different is this time is instead of that section of the regulations, we use this section, and the variance will be not 35 feet, but it will be 40 feet.
If I
But the
remember,
maximum height of the pole will be is still 70 feet.
Right.
There is no change on that.
and if I remember the conversation from the last meeting, the neighbors were noticed for the planning and zoning meeting, and they were noticed for the zoning board of appeals. So I think they've already received 2 notices.
2 notices, yes.
So I think,
I want to double check to make
That's
sure
fine.
that we don't make any legal mistakes
Perfect.
or technical mistakes. Yes.
thank you.
But I apologize for the neighbors that they came all the way here, and also for the applicant. The applicant already granted a 35-day extension of time, and it will be on your agenda for the next meeting at 7 p.m., the same location for the neighbors if they want to know. And I will use the correct information to put it in the legal notice.
So we're gonna need
We got the extension, you just need to continue the public hearing until next month.
So we're gonna need a motion.
You need a motion, yes.
Do you wanna do it now, or you wanna wait till later?
You should do it now,
Okay.
because unless you want to ask anybody if they want to say something at this time, or you want to come back next month that we can discuss it.
Can you just give us the date of the continued hearing?
March 23rd,
March 23rd?
7 p.m., the same location. Again, I apologize because it was a mistake by the office. It is not the fault of the applicant. We made a mistake. We just want to correct that mistake. Yes.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion for a continuation of a public hearing from January 26, 2022 for application number 2022-1 of the Taft School for a 40-foot variance for installation of 4 poles 70 feet high for an existing athletic field at 110 Woodbury Road, Watertown, Connecticut, in an R20 residential zone. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, next application is application number 2022-2 of EPS Auto Sales for approval of a location to start a used motor vehicle dealership at 11 Falls Avenue, Oakville, Connecticut, in a BC Central Business Zoning District. Is there,
Good evening all.
can you state your name and address for the record?
Bill Stocco, 21 Baker Street, Watertown.
There's a legal note, right there, legal note?
It was read last month.
Yeah, we're all set.
Oh, it's all set.
Okay,
All right, so we had a walkthrough. You gentlemen came out and took a look. Please voice your concerns so I can answer any questions you may have and help me guide me through how to get this done.
I just want to say for the record, I wasn't able to make it Saturday, but I stopped there this afternoon on my way home from Bloomfield. Took a look at it myself, too. So, you guys have anything you'd like to?
No, I just, you know, with the site visit, you know, it was clear to me that the front is, you know, sort of a tight area, you know, and there's going to be customers parked and all that. But there's a lot of room in the back. So, you know, I think that we can, you know, we could make some accommodations. I'd have to ask Musa for clarification, but I think if he only showed cars, used the back parking lot for showing cars, I think it's a workable thing. Front is very, you know, very tight. It's close to the road. There'd be customers parked there, but, you know, there is room in the back parking lot. So I think we could, you know, help with, you know, making this thing work. So Musa, is that Would that, could we put restrictions?
Yes,
or
that
could we-
that is reasonable. Mr. Chairman, the reason that the commission wanted to go and see the site because we were not sure that it is not this applicant, because we know their operations, they are doing unlimited number of cars in a time, and if they want to sell few cars in a year, it's not a problem. But once you approve this location for a car dealership, there is no limit in the future that how many cars people can sell there. Suppose they move in 5 years or 10 years, that use will stays with the property forever. After we walk the property, we notice that there is enough room that even if somebody else in future purchase this property, there is enough room to put cars in the back. The only condition that I'm asking the board to put on this approval is, if you want to decide to make a decision tonight to approve it, that they shouldn't display the cars for sale in the front of the building because there is not that much room. I mean, in future, if somebody else wants to have a car dealership there, they shouldn't display all the cars for sale in the front of the building, but they can use it as a parking lot for their employees the way it is marked right now. That's the only condition. Other than that, everything is okay.
I have a question, though. If we approve this for an auto dealership, and he sells it and moves out, okay, this property is approved for dealership, the person that moves in there still has to come before us again.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, and also, after you are done with this application, they have to go in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission. It's already on their agenda for a site plan, a special permit. They are going to hold a public hearing, the same thing, because they are going to look the number of parking spaces, the lighting, whatever they have to do for a site plan, they will do that. Your decision will be only to make sure that this site is suitable for a car dealership, that's all.
So I have to question, how is it we have rights to put conditions on this? This is not a variance.
It is a variance. It's not a variance.
No, it's not a variance.
You can approve this. We approve this location, this is suitable, without parking in the front of the
Well, what I'm
building.
saying, we don't have the power to put
You can.
restrictions on it.
You
It's
can.
either suitable or it's not suitable.
You can do it. It is
I'm not aware
suitable.
of that, though. Is anyone else aware of that?
It just should be cut and dry.
That's up to the special permit process, that planning, that's not
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to do that, you can do that. You can say that, okay, do not display the cars in front of the building.
How would we, now, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody can remember, but when we went over this, I was under the impression we don't even consider the actual site itself. It's the, whether the area was appropriate. I mean, that's the way it was explained to me. But it was either
Usually
appropriate
that's
for a
what it is.
dealership or not appropriate, so
Usually
I
that's
don't
what it
see how
is.
we could put conditions.
For the existing car dealership, like for example, if they sell it, the next person when they come, you just say, okay, the site is suitable, that's you just change. But because it is for the first time they want to change this property to a car dealership, you can put that condition. That you approve this
so-
location,
But we were told, now, I'm just playing devil's advocate, but I remember clearly, we were told if there was like this example, if there was a 50-acre piece of property, and we approved a half acre of it, that it was, like a building that was there, it was on a half acre, in a little corner of a 50-acre piece of property, if we approved it for a car dealership, the entire piece was approved. That's what we were told. So that means we're not able to condition it.
it's up to you. If you don't want to put
Well, I
it,
don't
it's up
think
to
we have the
you.
power to condition
But
it.
you
Is what
have
I'm
the
saying.
power to do it, it's up to you.
I would
If you
have
want to
to
leave it to the
question whether we
planning
have
and
the
zoning
power to
commission, leave it
condition.
to the planning and zoning commission.
When I went there today, I asked the gentleman another question. I asked him from what I can see, it looks like it's a race car shop.
Yes.
And he showed me a car today when I was there. And if you guys all want to chip in, I'd like to buy it. No. It's a. like
The yellow car?
$250,000 Yeah, it's like a $250,000 car. So I mean, this is basically what so I don't understand. I mean, right now, are you licensed as a repair shop?
I am.
Okay, so why can't we make it that it's a repair dealer? Is there such thing that you could do?
That's
like-
exactly, when you approve it, that's what
There
we
it is.
do.
Okay, so
They
that's
have
what it'll
the-
be, no?
They have the repair license.
Right.
They just need an approval from this board that they can also sell cars from there.
Right
It
now,
become-
with the repair license, he's only allowed to sell 3 cars a
Yeah,
year.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so with the dealer's license, he gives him unlimited.
and like Gary was saying, I don't think we have any control. Either we're here to say, yes, it's okay, or yet, no, it's not okay. As far as putting conditions on it, we have no guidelines. Nobody's given us any guidelines referring to, dealership applications. And I
Don't
don't
do
think we're here to follow the same guidelines as, set down in zoning regs.
No,
You don't have to.
nothing to do with zoning.
If you
We
don't
ran
want to
into
do
that
it,
with
don't
that
do
gas
it.
station.
If you don't want to do it, don't do
We ran into
it.
that with that gas station. We were trying to put all kinds of conditions on it. We didn't like the driver or anything, and we were told we couldn't do that.
It was existing.
Yeah, well, this is
That-
existing.
No,
But
the
it's-
dealership is not existing. I think there is a confusion here. Next time, if they sell this property to somebody else, when they come, you just make a motion that it's approved. This time, it is the first time that you change this dealership, this property
Right.
to a car dealership. You have the authority, if you want to put a condition, you can. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Just leave it to the planning
If
and
you're
zoning
gonna call the
commission.
town attorney, ask him on that, because I don't think we have.
I don't want the
I don't think we have
applicant.
those powers.
No, I don't want the applicant to wait another month.
No,
Yes.
no, right, right.
But I would be
I
curious.
mean, and the
to
other
get
thing,
better
like,
answers.
for instance, with Roger just said, if they do sell it and come before us in 2 or 3 years, and let's just say in 3 years, this guy makes a mess and we don't like what he's doing, we could just say, this is not fit for the area. Right? Am I right or wrong?
No,
If
we
they
can't.
got-
You can't do
Once
that.
Once it's in.
Well,
This is the,
But if it's, but if it's.
yeah,
but if
this
it's
is the
not
time
doing
that you can do that,
But
but in
But
future, you can't do that, yes.
But if a new person comes before us on this property,
Yeah.
and we say that now we don't want a dealership there, is that within our authority?
No.
Then what will be the justification? If it was good for A, why it is not good for B? They can take you to court.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
they
I
can
understand
take you
that.
to court. Like if Mr. X can do this, why not Mr. Y?
Well, we had that with the Oakville garage years ago. You weren't even around. And there was the same thing. Nobody would approve it, and then finally we did. We did approve it, and it was a garage. Well, I said because the people before it made a mess, and they just didn't want, so the last guy, too bad, I mean, he got sick. We gave him a shot. We said to him, listen, if you're gonna do a good job over there, we're gonna go with you. If not, we're shutting you down. So I don't know, maybe the rules changed now?
Now it is, the statute has changed. They changed it actually a few times in the past few years. They give it to zoning board of appeals first, then they said, no, we give it back to the planning and zoning commission.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then they said, oh, no, back it goes to ZBA. Every time they think, but for you, it is, this location is suitable for a car dealership. That is your decision. Because it is the first time that this property will be changed to a car dealership, if you want to put a condition, you can do. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Well, it's suitable for a car dealership the way he's gonna run it,
You can't do
Right.
that.
okay? We don't know how somebody else is gonna run it if he leaves. That's the problem we're bringing up.
But every time it would be a subject to site plan. I mean, for him, it's a site plan, he
But-
sells it,
No.
there's a new site plan.
No,
that we're
the
going
next
back.
time the zoning enforcement officer sign off in the office.
No special permit next time?
No. Because
They still have to come before us.
site plan is special permit is once that site is approved with that site plan, they provide that this is
Okay.
the building, this is the driveway, this
Okay.
is the landscaping plan, this is the lighting
Well, I
plan.
think we should let planning and zoning.
It doesn't change by names that the next time when somebody else comes, we say that we don't like this site plan, you have to do
So we'll
another.
approve, in other words, we approve the site and then go to planning and zoning.
Yes. This is on their agenda right
But
now.
one thing, but for this gentleman's business model, if we did put that restriction in, it would not impact his business model. He would be able to do what he's trying to accomplish.
I'm there positive we don't have that power though.
I think,
I know
I
Musa
don't-
thinks otherwise,
you know.
so I could be wrong. I just really.
That's why I asked the
don't think
question.
We have that power.
Then
That's why I
don't do
asked the
it.
question.
Yeah, no, I understand.
That's why I asked the question.
Just make a motion to approve as it is.
Any other questions of the applicant?
Nope. You
He
guys
says
tell
every one of
me.
you guys have to take the car around Landmark once. And you have to hit 150
Everybody
miles
gets a
an hour
free
when you're
ride in a
out.
Porsche, how's that? I don't have any questions. Maybe to the gentleman that has a concern about the parking spaces, what would you consider adequate for a car dealership? I mean, you have a number in mind, or what is it that,
No,
I mean, there are smaller car dealerships in town than my property currently.
No, well, specifically with what I'm concerned with your prop is if there are a number of cars displayed on the front of the property,
Right?
and let's say that there's someone at one of the gates that's unloading a car or whatever, a customer may have to park on the edge of the street and be partially in the street to come into that facility. Not necessarily for you, but someone else, the next dealership, we could force a customer to be parked on, sort of on Falls Avenue, and that's my concern.
There is parking on Falls Avenue, Jeff, the ways.
But they could display all the cars there, Gary, is what I'm
No,
saying.
but it's not only is there room for that, there's room, it appears there is parking on Falls
The
Avenue.
way I have painted my parking lot is the way I choose to paint it, and it's about 17 spaces available currently. If I'll have the guy come back and paint up, we could add 17 more, so there's 30 cars we could easily park there. There's more than enough space in the front of the building, as you guys saw in the back. We could put bumper to bumper 100 cars. Not that I would want to, but you guys keep mentioning there's not enough space. This dealership would be probably the largest landmass dealership in Watertown if I chose it to run that way, probably bigger than Highline. But that is not our goal, that's not our business model, that's not what I want to do. I just want to talk to your concern about space. This would be the largest or the second largest maybe in town, landmass wise. So I really don't understand your concern for space. There's more than,
I don't think anybody has a concern on how you're running your business as far as you being a dealership. We have concerns about what's gonna happen afterwards.
oh, I understand.
Okay? Everybody was there, that was on the sidewalk, as far as I'm concerned, was fine with the way you're running your business, and I don't think anybody has a problem with the dealership being there.
Okay.
But the way everything was presented to us is that we don't really have any say. All we could say is yes or no.
Okay.
And we're trying to get clear whether we have the right to put restrictions on or not. 'Cause
Okay, you
it's
guys
never
intend
been
to
made
put
clear to
restrictions
us.
on it? I mean, if you're trying to put restrictions on it, talk to the town attorney. If it's a motion carries and pass this thing, then why split hairs on whether or not restrictions? I'm not sure what restrictions you'd want to add. Do you guys have a restriction in mind, or we just arguing a point that's moved?
Can I say something? Mr. Chairman, since this application is in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission, let them deal
Yeah.
with the site
They're
plan
gonna
and
deal with that.
parking and stuff, yes.
They'll deal
For
with
you, just you make a motion to
Location,
approve
yep.
This location.
Well,
And it
make a
is
motion
to
to
the,
close.
When we close.
yeah,
Okay.
that should be
Yeah.
your motion when you get to that, yes.
Okay, we're all set, sir.
Thank you.
I make a
Oh,
motion.
anybody have it? Not yet.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
thank you. Okay, application number 2022-2 of,
Don't we have to close the public hearing?
oh, I'm sorry, yes.
I make a motion. we close?
No, anybody from the public.
Oh, I'm
who wants-
sorry. Is there anyone from the public? I thought I did that the last time. Is there anyone from the public wish to speak for or against this application?
can-
Anyone from the public wish to speak for or against this application? Anyone from the public wishing to speak for or against this application? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we close?
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, application number 2022-2 of Besnik Mohammadi for a variance of 26 feet to front property line setback for construction of a 25-foot 10-inch by 28 feet 15 inches addition to an existing single-family home and a second floor over an existing garage located 9 feet from property line at 50 Edgewood Road, Oakville, in an R12.5 residential zoning district.
There is a legal notice?
Yes.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Zoning Board of Appeals, Town of Watertown will hold a public hearing, 7 PM on Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022, at the Watertown Town Hall Council Chamber, 61 Echo Lake Road, Watertown, Connecticut, to hear and act upon the following application. Application 2022-2 of Besnik Mamundi for a variance of 26 feet to a front property line setback for construction of a 25 feet 10 inches by 28 feet 15 inches addition to an existing single-family home and a second floor over an existing garage located 9 feet from front property line at 50 Edgewood Road, Oakville, Connecticut, in an R-12.5 residential zoning district. Section 12.8 of the Watertown zoning regulations requires minimum 35 feet front yard setback for a principal building in an R-12.5 residential zoning district. At this hearing, interested persons and written communications will be heard. A copy of the application is on file in the Planning and Zoning Office, Watertown Municipal Center, 61 Echo Lake Road, Watertown, Connecticut. This is dated in Watertown, the 10th day of February 2022, also dated in Connecticut, the 17th day of February 2022. Edwin Dalton, Secretary of Zoning Board of Appeals.
Is there anyone here to represent the applicant? Want to come state your name and address for the record? You have your green cards?
Yeah.
Want to hand them to our secretary?
Hi.
Okay, state your name and address for the record,
Pesnik Mahmoudi, 50 Edgewood Road.
and explain to us what you want to do and what your hardship is.
So I wrote a letter before. I wasn't really prepared to say it verbally, but pretty much I have an existing single-family house here, and then my garage is here, and I'm gonna put a bathroom on the first floor, and then extend my kitchen so it's bigger. My father had a stroke in September, and his whole right side shut down, and we only have a bathroom on the second floor. So I'm like, you know, and he lives with me. So I'm like, I want to put the bathroom on the first floor, make it accessible for him, have his bedroom bigger, because right now he's got a tight bedroom. And then the kitchen right now is tight, so I want to make the existing kitchen the dining room, and then push the actual kitchen out more. And then, yeah, then a pantry room. And I have the prints in my car. I don't know if you guys have copies.
Yeah, we've got some drawings.
Okay.
We have the plan here.
Well, Musa, looking at this, there's no further encroachment into the property line other than the existing building, correct?
No.
Okay.
The garage is separate from the house. It is a
Right.
freestanding garage, but by putting the addition, that will combine everything into one structure.
Right.
That become like the garage will become a part of the house. But the front setback will be the same because they are not getting closer to the front property line.
Right. Did you go look at this, Musa?
I didn't get a chance, Mr. Chairman, to go and see this. I was very busy. If you want to go and see this before your next meeting, like the night of the meeting, it's up to you. Or
Yeah.
if you want to just make a
but
decision based on the
The,
site plan.
The area where it is, it's really not like out of the way or anything. The existing garage, like when you stand from the road, the garage is lower because it's on like a hill. So even if, like, say I go up where the existing land is, it's really nothing to, I don't see it being an issue.
Yeah.
But you guys know better.
That's the reason I brought up the encroachment.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not encroaching into the
Nowhere, yeah.
property line anywhere.
No.
I mean, he's maintaining the same square.
Nothing, that's right.
Nothing's
close.
changed.
Right.
And how old is your house?
The exact year, I'm not sure. It was my parents' house, and they signed it over to me recently. I know the garage is newer than the house. When there was a tornado years back, my parents rebuilt it and put it there.
Does the house have a variance? The house doesn't have a variance?
This is an old house, probably it's what built before the
It's
zoning
been
regulations.
existing, yeah, a
The
long
house
time.
is older than the 1950s?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's grandfather, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, okay.
yeah, the house is
Right,
older.
That's fine. So it's common, right? It's
Yeah.
common for us when you're just going linear, or you're not really going out farther to
No.
go with that.
It's basically that space between the garage and the side of the house will be filled with this
Right.
addition. Yeah. In a
Just like a-
second floor over the existing garage.
None of the setbacks are being extended?
No.
Beyond
That's right,
the existing
same-
setbacks? That's-
same line.
That's my question, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have any more questions? We good? Thank you.
Okay, so when will I have?
Just sit down.
Okay, thank you.
You might get an answer tonight. Okay. Next, regular meeting.
I make a
Okay.
motion, we close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyone from?
Anybody from the
Anyone
public?
from the public wish to speak for or against this application? Anyone from the public wish to speak for or against this application? Anyone from the public wish to speak for or against this application? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we close.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, regular meeting. We gonna do election of officers tonight, or you wanna, Ned's not here, huh? For the meeting?
You want to wait until next month? It's up to
You
you.
wanna wait? You guys wanna wait, or you wanna
Yeah,
do it
that's
tonight?
fine, no, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna, hold election of officers at next month's meeting. If every-
Make a motion, we table election of officers till next month?
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
By the way, in this regular meeting, Jeff Franson is still sitting in for Ned Dalton. Okay, old business, application number 2022-1 of Taft School for...
Mr. Chairman, action on minutes?
Oh, I didn't see that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Action on minutes.
Make a motion, we approve.
Roseanne, did you send the minutes to the board? They received
Yeah.
it? Okay,
Yeah,
you got
we
it? Okay, very good.
I made a motion, second?
All in favor? Aye. Okay, old business, application number 2022-1 of Taft School for a 30, well, actually, we're going to change that to a 40-foot height variance for installation of 4 pole lights 70 feet high for an existing athletic field at 110 Woodbury Road, Watertown, Connecticut, in an R20 residential zoning district. We have
A motion to table?
I
table.
make a motion, we table until correction can be made on the height variance.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, motor vehicle application number 2022-2 of EPS Auto Sales for approval of a location to start a used vehicle dealership at 11 Falls Avenue, Oakville, Connecticut, in a BC Central Business Zoning District. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, well, we discussed it. Oh, by the way, somebody left their mask here.
It's from last night, yes.
Oh, okay. Should get that out of here, no? All right, well, we asked enough questions of the applicant. We pretty much, everybody went to see the place, and it looks like the way, he runs a neat business, and it seems to me that what he's trying to do is sell cars that are used for racing, and, you know, I guess when people get tired of running them, they sell them. So, and I would imagine he must get more than 3 a year, so to stay within Connecticut ruling, it's true, that's been a long time because I was involved in that myself, that you need a license to sell more than 3 cars. So, the location's okay. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add to the motion?
Nope.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All set.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and lady. Have a nice evening.
Okay. Okay, new business, application number 2022-2 of Besnick Mohammadi for a variance of 26 feet to a front property line setback for construction of a 25-foot, 10-inch by 28 feet by 15-inch addition to an existing single-family home and a second floor over an existing garage located 9 feet from the front property line at 50 Edgewood Road, Oakville, Connecticut, in an R12.5 residential zoning district. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Well, here again, I guess he's got an elderly living there and has no way of, he has 1 bathroom, and he has no way of getting to the upstairs bathroom, so.
He's not encroaching onto
And he's
the
not
property
encroaching on any of the property line.
lines anymore than it's currently
Right.
happening. so.
Right, so, with that being said, there's a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, communications and bills. I have a letter from, Thank you. I have a letter from Marie R. Genovese. Dear members, due to recently developed health issues, I am resigning my position on the Zoning Board of Appeals effective immediately. I have enjoyed my time on the commission, and thank you for your confidence in me. Very truly yours, Marie Genovese. Do I have a motion to accept this letter?
Make a motion, we accept.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Connecticut Federation of Planning and Zoning Agencies Quarterly Newsletter, Winter 2022, Volume 26, Issue 1. Does anybody have anything to say about that, or want to just file it?
I make a motion, we,
Okay, well, I'll do the next one, too. Connecticut Federation of Planning and Zoning Commission 74th Annual Conference at Aquaturf Country Club, Thursday, March 24th, 2022. Lifetime Achievement Award nomination form and 12-year length of service award nomination form. If anyone's interested in going to that, I guess just let Musa
Who
know.
wants to go? Do you know?
When is it?
On March 24th, I believe.
I don't know, I'll have to let you know. When do you need to know by?
By end of next week,
Okay. You guys wanna go at all? No? Vinny?
Vinny?
No.
No?
I'm
No?
good.
No?
Okay.
No,
Jeff?
no,
No?
I'm good, thanks. No,
Roger?
good, Thanks.
You wanna attend, dinner or the meeting? Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
All
Roger
right, so
Mitchell?
we'll let you know. I might go myself. I don't know yet.
Okay, very
I'll
good.
let you
Please
know.
let us know by end of next week that
Yeah,
we
okay.
reserve it for you.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in
Second.
favor? Aye. Beautiful. Done. Good night. Good night. Have a nice day.